also mentoring multiple clubs. He is always encouraging, motivating, and inspiring. He is very dedicated and always strives hard to take GCTC to greater heights. I personally enjoyed his support, and whenever I was little bit confused or little nervous whenever I was giving the speeches, I looked upon our past president and this person, and his smile and his nodding head encouraged me to continue the speech. That was great. So I asked him his vision about GCTC. He said, GCTC is a great club and with some highly experienced Toastmasters, and it has survived the worst of times and will survive forever. So with a big round of applause, let us welcome DTM Askanda Misa to take this education session.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? I'm visible. Am I edible? Okay, thank you. With that, let me start sharing this screen before I get down to business. Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests and Toastmasters of Garden City Toastmasters Club. Now I'll be taking a session on meeting roles. Meeting roles actually are performed in different clubs in different methods. So we are not here to criticize any method. Every method is fine. But I'm here to tell exactly what Toastmaster International desires us to do. Right from the beginning, even in my presidential address and even other speeches in my club, I have been insisting people that a Toastmasters meeting is not a casual thing, it's an occasion. So please come prepared and dressed up for the occasion like you go for a wedding. So let us think that every Toastmaster meeting is a big occasion, a big party. So you should be there on time. This is very important. And you should enjoy. You should be a part of the gathering, a part of the celebration. It's a celebration. Every meeting is a celebration. So let's get down to business. Now I have given a small picture here. These are the people who are going to form the team of any Toastmasters meeting. Like in a wedding reception, you have first of all the bride and the groom and their fathers and people who do the catering and people who beat the drums and people who dance and everything, all those things put together. It's a teamwork. It's not one person's job. So in a teamwork, let us see, it is like a car having 4 tires. So all the tires should coordinate and move together. If one of the tires get punctured, then the car will stop. Same about meeting. So all of us should understand our responsibility and act accordingly. Now, first on the list is Sergeant at Arms. Now, Sergeant at Arms, he is the first person on the stage and he'll arrange the room. He will welcome the gathering. He will recite the club motto, even Toastmaster motto also, if necessary. It depends on club, things vary from club to club. And also, he is one of the persons, one of the 3 persons or 3 role players who can speak on the theme of the day. Okay. And after that, he explains the 3 golden rules, like rules on your mobile, and some clubs have the rule that you cannot talk on religion, politics, and sex, and many other things, that you should not walk around when a speaker is there on the stage. I don't think that will apply on in online meeting. Online meeting also, if you don't want to walk around, it's better you keep your camera on. We can monitor where are you. And after that, he he will introduce the presiding officer and hand over to him. The time roughly is 3 to 4 minutes. He can take anything between 3 to 5 minutes depending on the club and depending on his ability to speak on the theme of the day. Number one. Number two, the sergeant at arms being the first person, he should open the meeting with utmost energy. He should bring in the energy in the club meeting. It is very important that he has lot of energy. Okay. After that, the next person on the stage is the presiding officer. Now, presiding officer is generally the president of the club, but it can be the vice president education. It can be anyone from the management committee. It can be anyone, even a senior Toastmaster. And we call him presiding officer. He takes over from the sergeant at arms and he formally starts the meeting with a gavel. Then he takes the guest introduction. Here it is very important because in a recent meeting in another club, I saw the guest introduction took 12 minutes because the guest went on and on and on. One of the guests, I think she repeated her icebreaker speech and that thing should not happen. So make it very clear to the guest that you have 30 seconds to speak, and if they go on speaking beyond that, even of more than 1 minute, you can say, okay, thank you so much, I'll call you at the end of the meeting. Cut them short. It's very important because time is the essence of any Toastmasters meeting, and time is the essence of any wedding reception also. Then the presiding officer will speak on the theme of the day and any other announcement. He may announce anything, any award that has been won by any of the members of the club or any achievement and all those things he can. Then he will introduce the Toastmaster of the day and hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. Because he has to take the guest introduction also. So we are being a little liberal about time with the presiding officer, and we will allot him 7 to 10 minutes. Now he will also come at the end. Say his job is only twice. First he'll come to start the meeting, then he will come to close the meeting, and when he comes to close the meeting, he will announce the winners of the voting and even the next week agenda and many more things. So second time he comes, it's better he monitor his time between 5 to 8 minutes. Now the next person on the stage is Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day is the captain of the ship. He is the most important person, and the success of the meeting actually depends on how Toastmaster of the day performs himself and carries around himself in the meeting and before the meeting. Before the meeting, it is the job of the Toastmaster of the day to choose the theme. It's not Vice President Education. Generally, it is the Toastmaster of the day because he has to divulge on the theme of the day. So he has the liberty to choose a theme suitable to him. Suppose he has been forced upon another theme about which he knows nothing. Like people like me, we know nothing about cricket. Except that you have some small flies, we call them cricket and I don't know what all, grasshoppers and all. Except that about that cricket with one ball and 11 people running behind it. Believe me, I know I have least knowledge about it. So if someone chooses a theme on cricket and I am the Toastmaster of the day, I'll be lost. So better let Toastmaster of the day choose the theme of the day. And after that he will be in constant contact with all the speakers, with the general evaluator, with the table topics master. He should ascertain that indeed they are going to attend the meeting. Okay. And also he will get the introduction of the various role players like general evaluator, like table topics master and the speakers from them. before the meeting. He should not come here and tell, okay, please send me your introduction in the meeting. No, he has to get all these things beforehand. Then when he takes over as Toastmaster of the day on the day, there'll be some changes in agenda. Like today we had the timer changed and the grammarian changed and the R counter changed. This is something the Toastmaster of the day should do beforehand. In the printed agenda, you might have written Divya as the timer, but now Chaitra will be doing the timer job, so you have to see, okay, you have to say that timer is not Divya due to some reason. She was not able to come today. Now that role will be played by Chaitra. This is very important. Then he speaks on the theme of on Toastmaster International. It's very important. He has to tell us how Toastmaster International started by Smedley in 1924. That is 10th October 1924. He held the first meeting. Thankfully, I'm a member of Smedley One Toastmasters Club right now. I'm having a meeting tomorrow morning. My first meeting. So, incidentally, I'm a member of the first club in the world and the first club in India also. So both the firsts are with me. And then he will tell all the details about Toastmaster International, in how many countries we are present and how many clubs we have and how many members we have and all those things. And after that, he will explain the 3 sessions of Toastmasters meeting. Generally, I have seen that people have problem pronouncing the word session. Some people say sections, some people say parts, and some people say something else. Practice. See that your tongue turns to that. It's session. Okay. If you forget, then you remember there was an election commissioner, Session. You can remember his name. He was one of the most efficient election commissioner in India. Okay, now let us go. After that, the Toastmaster of the day will speak on the theme. Among 3 people who can speak on the theme, it is the Sergeant at Arms and the Presiding Officer and the Toastmaster of the day. Nobody else is supposed to speak on the theme of the day because time is the essence of any Toastmasters meeting. Then he will, in turn, when the turn comes, he will introduce each of the speakers and the general evaluator and the table topics master. So this is the captain of the ship, the Toastmaster of the day. So let us see how you will perform your role when you are Toastmaster of the day. Now this is continuing again. Toastmaster of the day will also conduct the prepared speech session. It is on his shoulder to conduct the session. And he will also announce the break. And once he has completed this prepared speech session, he will call for voting. Our club president and the committee, please note, from next meeting, we are calling for the best speaker award immediately after the prepared speech session is over, not after evaluation, because evaluation can influence the outcome. Please make a note of this. From next meeting, we will follow the recommendations of the Toastmaster International. Okay. And after that, he will announce a break. Generally, most of the clubs, they have a break after the prepared speech session. Then he will also call the Toastmaster of the day and introduce him. And then he will first call the general evaluator and presiding officer. He will call at the end of the meeting. At the beginning of the meeting, it is the presiding officer who calls the Toastmaster of the day. At the end of the meeting, the role reverses. And throughout the meeting, the Toastmaster of the day is supposed to be highly motivated. And please avoid appreciating the speakers or the speeches because it may influence the voting. You can just pass remarks. Passing remarks is fine, but try not to appreciate the speakers. So with this, I think we have come to the end of the role of the Toastmaster of the day. Then we'll come to tag team. I think we already had their introductions right now. First of all, the timer. Timer is maintaining the time of the meeting, timing of everything. all the speakers, all the table topic speakers, all the evaluators. Okay. First of all, he will be called by the general evaluator to explain his or her role. So that role, I think he or she can explain within a minute. They should not take more than that. I have seen clubs in which the introduction of the timer and arc counter and grammarian will take 5 minutes each. Please avoid such things, because keeping up time is a joint responsibility. So everyone has to work towards it. After that, to the timer in our club and in every other club, I request them, till we have online meetings, please download from Toastmaster International timer backgrounds for Zoom. It is available. You can use those backgrounds instead of announcing the time on chat or showing cards or something like that. Because generally in online meeting, somewhere, the timer sometimes may be on the second page and the speaker may not be able to see him. So all the speakers are requested to please tag the timer whenever before you start the speech, number one. Number two, timer, please use the background, color backgrounds. Okay, it's available from Toastmaster International. Please download that. Now coming to our counter is one who is keeping tab on pauses, on repeated words and all those things. For this they can do by, in some clubs they have a very elaborate arrangement. They share an Excel sheet. Actually, it's very difficult to read. I don't advise that. It's better the R counter announces exactly who took how many hours, and R counter can announce the names. So it is best done by CRPF. Crutch words, repeated words, pauses and fillers. CRPF, easy to remember. And then the grammarian will keep a tab on the quality of the English that we speak, and what is the good usage of the English, the usage of the word of the day. Actually, in some clubs, we have a word master. If we have enough people, then we can always appoint a word master and free the grammarian of the role of playing as the word master. This is very important. And the good and the not so good usage of English. And it's highly advisable that the grammarian doesn't announce the name as to who has committed a mistake. So they can always tell, okay, once one of the speakers told this, but the correct usage of the English language is this. The correct sentence would have been this. And it is also advisable that you also take a note of improper pronunciations, because improper pronunciations are very important. We as Indians, we have some problems. Most of the people pronounce the word gesture as gesture. So when you go to some international meeting, people may get wrong gestures out as to what he's telling. And then in some clubs we have some additional roles, and that depends on the number of members we have and the number of role players we have. We have a parliamentarian who will see that when we have the meeting is not going to according to the rules, and a listening master who will check our listening skills at the end of the meeting, and a joke master. Joke master is generally called at the beginning of the meeting, and a vote counter to count the votes. So vote counter is, I think it is important only in physical meeting. Here I think vote counting is automatically done. So with that, we'll go to the next role player. Next role player are the most important speakers. This is the heart of any Toastmasters meeting, the prepared speakers. Now, these are the responsibilities of the speakers. First of all, you have to read the project in detail and its objectives thoroughly. I have seen many speakers. This is what I have been insisting as a general evaluator in most of the meetings, in most of the clubs. I'm a member of 3 to 4 clubs and active member of another 3 to 4 clubs where I keep attending the meetings. And please read all the 3 to 4 pages. It's very important. Objectives are not those 4 sentences which are given to the evaluator. No. When you talk about pathways, in pathways, you please click print my project. When you click print my project, you will get around 15 to 20 or 20 to 25 pages of detailed description as to what this project is all about. Please be thorough with your project before attempting it. Generally what happens, most people, they don't know what the objectives of the project are, and directly or indirectly, the evaluator, the general evaluator will ask them to please repeat the project because they have not at all met the objectives of this speech. Please, this is your job, this is for your good. Be honest and be hardworking in whatever you're doing. If you are a new Toastmaster, please consult with your mentor before your speech. You coordinate with your mentor. Please send your speech for mentoring. If possible, meet him or her physically and get their feedback and apply them. Provide a short introduction about you to the Toastmaster of the day. Okay, this is very important, and provide your speech details and title, etc. to your evaluator in advance. Most people don't give a title to this speech. Generally, unless you tell, you don't know that Ramlal is the bridegroom of the day. You should know. He has to know, okay, today's wedding, I am the bridegroom. Right? And provide a short introduction and provide your speech details to the evaluator. Present your project with confidence. Be confident. Nothing will happen. Even if you forget your speech, it doesn't matter. Attempt it again. Anyway, you're not going to lose $1 million here. Okay. Present your project with confidence. Hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. You always hand over. You never say thank you. Please. It's very important. You never say thank you. Actually, the audience has to thank you for increasing their knowledge. So a speaker should never thank the audience or anybody else in a meeting. Nobody else has to thank anyone else. Okay. Then coming to the evaluators. The evaluator, each evaluator demonstrates helpful, supportive feedback and deliver constructive criticism in a positive and friendly manner. So, before the meeting begins, contact the speaker to obtain speech details such as the title of the speech. The title of the speech is very important. Unless the speaker gives the title, evaluator, you have the authority to not announce the speech at all. And any special requirement of the speech, some speakers may have some special requirements. They may need some special things and all those things. And listen carefully. Listen the speech carefully. Okay. Focus the key aspects of the speech and the speaker. Now, when you talk about key aspects, all the evaluators and the would-be evaluators, please make note. For any speech, the key aspects are the opening, the body, and the conclusion. Please focus on that. It's very important. It's very vital. Evaluate the speech, not the speaker. Don't evaluate the speaker. Maybe he has come wearing a lungi. It doesn't matter. It's not your business. Okay. Even if the bridegroom is wearing a lungi on the day of the marriage, okay, it is his wish. And it is a custom. It's a custom in many castes and many religions. Do not harm. Use sandwich method. Be soft. Hand over meeting to the general evaluator. And before that, I have some tips for you. Number one, appreciate fine. And because in evaluation timing, the green light comes very late. You have only 3 minutes and the green light comes at 2 minutes. Okay. When the green light is on, that means you have taken 2/3 of the time. So as soon as you see the green light, please start giving suggestions and feedback. Okay. And for any speech, however good or however not so good, see that your suggestions are not more than 3. Please limit your suggestions to 3. Please don't go on giving some 10 or 15 suggestions. Next time, he will not renew his membership. Okay, it's very important. So evaluators are very important. They are the people who will tell the wedding dinner was good and there was no salt and the water was not served properly and all those things. Okay. In a wedding, I think everyone evaluates, but here we have fixed evaluators who will do the job. Now, the next role player is table topics master. Table topics master, as you come on the stage, you will explain what table topics is all about. It's really important. You'll begin by explaining what is table topics and how important it is. That is impromptu speaking and all that, and the timing criteria. When you explain the timing criteria, green at 1, amber at 1.5, and red at 2 minutes, you will ask the timer to display the cards or display the colors. Okay. After that, please don't speak on the theme of the day. It is not your job. As a table topics master, you should not speak on the theme of the day. And also, it is not there in my PPT, and I'm telling you, see that you have maximum 50% of the topics on the theme of the day and 50% not on the theme of the day, so that there should be variety and your session should not become very monotonous. And give open-ended topics, don't give close-ended or situational topics. Situational topics, okay? What if your wife doesn't cook breakfast for you? I mean, these are very situational. So please give open-ended on which people can speak for 2 hours, and you expect them to speak for 2 minutes. That's reasonable. And if there are 3 speeches, please see that you limit your topics to 5 to 6. It's not necessary that you should call all the people. Time is of utmost importance. You have only 15 to 18 minutes to finish your session. Please self-time yourself, and don't call more than 6 speakers. I have seen clubs, when in one club where I was the table topics master, and the president of the club asked me to call everyone, and ended up giving 22 topics. Okay, it was hell of a problem. I had only 10 topics ready with me, and another 20 had to think. And they were impromptu table topics. And for the first table topics, it's preferable that you call any experienced Toastmaster, so that the guests and the new members will get an idea how to address the topic. Please call few Toastmasters and few guests, and before calling the guests, please take their permission. Are you ready? Can I call you? If they are not ready, please don't force them. Please don't cajole them. Okay, please don't appreciate the speakers or the speeches. Clear? And after that, you'll call for voting. Mr. President and the ExCom team, please note the table topics master has to call for voting after the table topics is over. Clear? Okay, fine. Now, after table topics master, I'll come to the next role player. Very important, Ramlal. He is the general evaluator. General evaluator, this is the first point is something which even I as a general evaluator miss. Briefly describe your role. Generally, what we do is we describe the role at the beginning when the Toastmaster of the day asks us to take the introductions of the tag team. But when you come for the second time, again explain your role, because some people or some guests might have joined late. Okay. Now, this is also important for all the general evaluators in our club especially, and in other clubs too. Please introduce the evaluators. This is something we have not been doing. A general evaluator must take introduction of the evaluators and introduce them. Okay. And the order would be, don't start your general evaluation. Don't start with Sergeant at Arms and Toastmaster of the day and Presiding Officer. First thing, call the speech evaluators. Introduce each speech evaluator and call him, and let him give the speech evaluation. After that, you can give your 2 cents on the speaker as well as the evaluator. Then call the next evaluator and the next speech evaluation. Okay. After all the speakers have been evaluated, take the timer's vote. Okay. Take the timer's report, and first you take only timer's report and call for voting for the best evaluator. President and the ExCom team, please note the general evaluator, even before finishing his general evaluation, will call for voting for the best evaluator. After this, you will start evaluating you'll go in order. First, you will evaluate the sergeant at arms, then the presiding officer, then Toastmaster of the day, then the table topics master. After you have done all this, please be a little liberal. Please be a little good on them. Okay, more appreciation and less of criticism. And finally, we'll take the tag team report. Please don't talk on the theme of the day, and later on you will hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. You'll hand over to the Toastmaster of the day, okay, not to the presiding officer. And the next role player. I think I've done with everyone. Okay. Now, before I open the floor for questions, I would like to tell that please take care of your time, because if you take more time, you are eating somebody else's time. This is what generally happens in weddings. The wedding goes on till 11 o'clock in the night, or even 12 o'clock, and the groom and the bride